We're going. We're here to react now to the Cavs Magic game. We have our beloved Orlando Magic falling to the Cleveland Cavaliers 92-103.
Yeah, I'm going to be careful to not give away all my thoughts because we are recording a show this week. So I'm just going to keep it to the game. I still like a lot of what I'm seeing here. And just to be honest, I think it's important that people not look so much at the record. Look at the overall progress of what's going on there out on the court right now. If you really can't take losing that much, go ahead and turn your TV off and walk away for a while and then come back in a little bit when we get winning. But for the rest of us that are going to just enjoy watching us play at a better level, we'll still be here. So I don't think anybody should be giving up on the team or anything at this point. Like, things are better right now this year than they were last year. This is part of the growth.
Yeah.
Right? We're in these games. We're playing well. Yep. We have a star that's keeping us in games by scoring.
That's the part.
The shooting has been atrocious, especially the last two games.
Right.
And especially from the outside, from the three-point line.
Yeah.
And if that improves at all, we're in these games or winning them. Like, within 1 or 2 points. It's a big difference right now. The outside shooting is a big problem, but you can see the improvement is there. They're figuring out who should be playing and who shouldn't. Kayvon Harris got a lot of great minutes tonight.
Yes.
Ball again has increased his minutes because his play is great.
I think it's Kayvon.
I think we're learning how to say their names. Yeah. we're learning like who should be in there and who's playing, and that's part of this growing process too. So don't throw up the white flag. Do not give up. And if you want to give up, go away and, hop back on the bandwagon after you see some W's if you're going to be a win bitch.
Wow. Pich starting out this first recap coming hard with the facts for the fan base.
Yeah, I'm a big fact guy.
Well, I'm a big fat guy too. I'll add some facts to your conjectures there. From the three-point line, we were shooting 25% from beyond the arc today.
Gross.
I mean, Cleveland didn't do much better, 30%. I think when you add this performance to our New York Knicks performance that we were at in the Garden just a couple nights ago, I think that was 23%. It's pretty ugly. Obviously we've got some silver linings here. Paolo Banchero, we thought he went for 30. We thought he had his first 30 piece.
That's what they announced.
But now the ESPN is showing on the box score 29 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, still a really strong showing. Yeah. I like that in the last couple games we're trying to involve Franz a little bit more.
Yep.
We're seeing him get way more touches, way more shots. He had 19 shots as well as Paulo. Both of them went 10 for 19, so they're buddying it up really well.
Yeah.
Difference, Franz went 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. Paulo hit 3 of 5.
Yes.
Which has been a troublesome area for him till this point. I forget the factoid that David Steele dropped.
Was an air ball, so there was still some trouble.
That doesn't count as 2, though, does it?
Doesn't.
Okay, just a breeze in the auditorium there.
We did a good job of getting to the hole in the first half, which is something you'd notice that we didn't really do against the Knicks, and it was effective for us. But we had to do that. In the third quarter, we started to come out and decide, now we're going to try to hit spot-up jumpers, and no one was hitting. Like, not only was nobody lukewarm, no one was room temperature or anything. Like, people were just cold, and no one was hitting. So, like, they needed to get back to going back to the basket, and when they did that, that's when they made their little comeback and got back into the game again. So, like, everybody's figuring out what works best for them, and it would be nice to see somebody start shooting well from the outside. Someone needs to step up. Like, anyone, please.
Well, what do you think about the guy stepping up, Pich? The Bowl Patrol, ladies and gentlemen, was in full effect again today. Our buddy
Excuse me, Evan, your hook shot is now in the third row. Please pick up your things.
Man, that was pretty. He did lock down Evan Mobley the all first half. I think Evan had, 2 to 4 points in the first half. Our guy Bull, the Bull Patrol, with 9 points, 2 blocks. I feel like he had one more than that, and 10 boards. Also added an assist in there. But he's doing big man shit, Pich, and that's what we love to see. That's what we've been wanting to see from Bamba all this time.
Yeah.
You could see a little bit more tenacity from Bamba when he came in, like he was watching.
Bull is bringing what I heard Mo Bamba was going to bring. The ability to shoot the outside and yet still play inside.
Yeah.
Whereas Mo Bamba is not really showing either of those things at this point. But like, he
Right.
definitely doesn't have the big man shit vibe inside, which I wish he would have. And then every once in a while, like Cole throws him a lob and then he dunks it, and you're like, hey man,
That's it.
this guy,
Yeah.
do that more.
I think he's seeing Bull out there, and he's like, shit, man, I can do that too. Let me get out there.
Let's go. I mean, a little of that in a team helps sometimes. When it's like there's somebody else that makes you elevate your game.
We're getting that
And I'm
now.
thinking that may have happened to Bull, realizing that, hey, if I want minutes, I got to take him from this cat.
Right.
And now Mo Bamba is probably realizing that too.
Oh, I'm in a competition.
Yeah.
I need to get it. And that there's fire now underneath some of our players where last season there wasn't, and the season previous. So, I mean, Chuma's got to be feeling that. RJ didn't get any minutes.
Nope.
He got a DNP.
Yeah, I think every time Chuma contemplates shooting, he knows if this doesn't go in, it's another nail in my coffin for playing time.
Yeah, and you know what how does that play on a player's psyche? You know,
Quite a bit, I bet.
How's Chuma doing? Chuma, you got to check in for the Chuma Are You Okay check-in, buddy. Yeah. We hope you're doing all right. Keep playing, man.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if you're open, you still got to take that shot.
Yes.
It's your responsibility to.
Right.
I think he may have only missed one tonight. He didn't have as many looks as he had in the Knicks game, but he didn't play as many minutes. So I liked what I saw from Harris, and Houston is solid enough on defense and can shoot the ball, so I'm okay with him being in the mix as well. Obviously, I think things are a lot different if we have Fultz and Harris, and you could talk about it for days about how different.
Not on this post-game recap, yeah.
Right, but it shows. It shows.
Yeah.
But honestly, we're in these games. We're not getting blown out by 20 like we were all of last season. That's why I'm calling out the people who are pissed about not getting wins. Honestly, this is a pretty tough start to the season, taking on the Cavs, the defending Eastern Conference champion Celtics, who, by the way, we only lost to by 6.
Right.
Covered the spread, by the way. Yeah, thanks. So, I mean, let's relax on the not seeing the wins and the win total. And it doesn't really matter that much this much into the season.
Yeah.
I mean,
still a tough loss. I mean, we were in the game. It looks pretty even on the box score, Piche. We had 42 boards, so they're 43. You know, we kept the turnovers. Well, that's not really relatively low. 17 turnovers, but we actually won the points off turnovers. So, I mean, like, you look at the box score and you don't think we should be losing, and really where it comes down to is that 5% three-point attempts. They nailed 4 more three-point attempts than we did.
Right.
That's 12 points. That's the difference in the game.
Sure. Exactly.
So
the Cavs, they had us down to the point where they could have beaten us. I used the phrase earlier of like, oh, well, they were like a villain that has the has the hero trapped, and then they tell them their evil plan, and while they do that, the hero finds a way to escape and thwart the plan.
Yeah, that metaphor didn't work because they
drop them into
they kicked our teeth in that fourth quarter there. So
yeah, but they could have stomped us out by 20 to 25 points if more of their guys were hitting and if they weren't turning the ball over. And like, so I think things could have been
point is
different.
you're seeing more resilience in our squad this year to
right.
fight back from those runs and
Absolutely
things like that.
Fight. And even at the end of the game, we didn't roll over. We fouled. We're trying to steal the ball. We're trying to make sure that we make this tough on everybody. We're not just going to be an easy win for teams anymore. You're going to have to work hard. And real basketball fans are noticing that. Fans of other teams are noticing that. So you'd like to think that our fans also notice this hustle and heart and want to stick with it, because at some point when you start to see those wins, you'll be able to enjoy them a lot more knowing you were here for this. If you watch this team through the Aaron Gordon years, you should definitely be watching this team now.
This is way better. I don't think people that stuck that out are enjoying themselves right now, I think.
Yeah, and you should.
I hope. I mean, we don't like losses, but seeing some progress. I mean, I want to wrap it up maybe with a little convo about a guy who didn't help me cover on my bets today, Cole Anthony. Right? Hasn't been much of this.
I enjoy nutmeg and cinnamon.
Has been no nutmeg, no cinnamon. He had a strong first game. Tonight, 9 points. He was minus 18, Piche.
Yeah.
Plus minus. You know, he again got isolated down low on a number of switches. Homie goes 2 for 10 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3. You know, just kind of struggling. Had 5 assists, 5 rebounds, but has been struggling to see it go through. What's your gauge on Cole right now?
I mean, he's still one of our better ball handlers. He's still going to get minutes
him
right now because we need it. But he is becoming a little bit of a liability on defense.
Right.
And it's not for his lack of trying. It's more for his lack of size and their refusal to stay with their man and always switch, which I know has bothered most of us in the community here for a while. They switch way too much. And if we're running the all-length lineup out there and you want to do the switching on every guy, go for it. But when you got a guy, Cole, who's so much different in size to other guys, you can't have him guarding Evan Mobley down low. It just doesn't work.
And with those switches, you're making me think of another defensive thing that we mentioned tonight while watching the game is how many open corner threes we saw because our defense was just sagging into the vortex of the paint and coming in way too much, leaving huge passing lanes around the perimeter of the offense for the Cavs to get a lot of open buckets. And, you got to hope Coach Mosley is going to tighten some of that stuff up in practice before Friday.
They're tightening some things up. I noticed tonight they didn't do any of that zone crap that did not work against the Knicks, so that was good. But you hit a point that, is so great, and you saw me squirm when you mentioned it. I cannot stand when our guards sag way into the paint. You don't belong in there. Don't be in there. Stay out on your man. What are you going to do? Block a shot? Okay, Cole Anthony did have a nice block today on a chase down.
Yeah, that was nice.
Honestly, you're not going to block those bigs in there when they get a rebound and go for the putbacks. And swatting around like this usually just gets foul calls. Just stay out on your man. It's more valuable that way.
Yeah, agreed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our recap for the Cavs Magic. Pish, we're going to be live this Friday watching the Charlotte Hornets, so please come by. We get on about 15 minutes before, so we'll be on at 6:45. We're going to stay on so you can be a part of this recap next time. So check that out on YouTube.
Buzz in and check it out.
Yeah, and we'll see you then, everyone. Peace.
Thanks for coming.